Good late evening after our fabulous, glowing, gorgeous, stunning sunset in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the gold market. You can see the commodities market is open. Silver's up 0.5%, gold's up $3. So in comparison to the Bitcoin market, it's doing phenomenal. Gold's been up 12 out of the last 14 days. It's up about $200 an ounce since its low, its recent low. Silver's up about 10% from its low. GPL, the second biggest holding in my company. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on TV. But I really think you guys need to start getting into the gold and silver mining stocks because these companies have great earnings, right? And they have great fundamentals. And the price of the product that they sell is going up because it's a commodity. And when you have people not working and getting paid to consume, right, that causes inflation, right? Because if you don't put into the economy, you don't have the right to take out, because you have to produce and put in so that way you can take out and use the fruits of your labor to buy other things, right? If you just get paid to sit at home on your ass and play video games and buy things, and the money is just coming from a printing press, you get inflation, and that's how you get used car prices to skyrocket. That's how you get consumer goods to skyrocket. That's how you get copper to be at all-time highs. That's how you get the consumer price index, which is rigged and manipulated to hide inflation, to actually showing 1% inflation month over month, which is 12% inflation a year. And if it's showing 12% inflation a year on the consumer price index at 0.8% a month, which was the biggest month over month increase since the Great Recession and Great Financial Collapse in 2008, the inflation's probably double, triple that. My used cars are average at an all-time record high, $25,000 for a used car. The average used car, new cars are at an all-time high. We have supply chain breakdowns because we shut the world economy down and nobody was producing anything, and people were consuming while nobody was producing. My American audience, my big American audience. Why do you think it takes so long if you want to buy a new refrigerator or appliances, washer and dryer? If you want to remodel your house, you need a new furnace. Why do you think these things are taking? If you want to buy a bed, furniture, it takes months and months to get here because we're not producing those things here. We haven't for a long time, and we have to borrow money from the Chinese when they buy our treasuries, right, and our bonds, and then they give us consumer goods because they produce all the consumer goods over there because the jobs were shipped away so they could have cheap labor and lower taxes, corporate taxes. I won't get into that, that's for another time, but our policies from the federal government with corporate taxes, stifling regulation and legislation that hinders productive small businesses and entrepreneurs and businesses to grow, so they left. That's why it takes months to get furniture or a TV or a refrigerator, because it's got to come on a sea can from across the Atlantic, from China or from Guam or Guatemala or any of these other third world countries, not third world countries, China, but any of these other countries where they can get cheap labor, because we don't produce that here. And that's a huge problem. And this inflation, chickens are going to come home to roost, in the words of Peter Schiff, and we're all going to have a lot of pain. And that's why you need to be stocking and hodling gold and silver, just as you hodl your Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is not a monetary hedge. It can make you money and get you rich if you buy it and sell it at the right time. But gold and silver and commodities are a monetary hedge. Gold, silver, monetary hedge. I highly recommend that you buy this. The gold and silver chart is very bullish. This is the exact opposite of crypto. We had pumping price. You can't see it in the volume, but you had pumping volume in gold. Then since August of 2020, you've had a down and sideways consolidation, otherwise known as a bull flag, right? And now you're pumping again, and you've broken out of the bull flag, and we've confirmed the breakout with pumping volume. And I think you could come back down to retest the 1800, but I think you're going up, and you're retesting these all-time high levels at 2000. I think you're going to hit $2,500 in gold by the end of the year because of everything we said, inflation. And that's another reason Bitcoin's crashing, is because inflation fears are starting to run through the economy and the marketplace, and risk assets and speculative assets, as crypto and Bitcoin are being sold off. The same as tech, uh, Tesla, any of the high speculative tech stocks, they're getting sold off now too, because that's what happens when there's inflation fears, right? And concern about the economy. Risky assets get sold off first, and the money starts going into more stable companies and commodities. And that's why gold and silver and copper have been skyrocketing now, and Bitcoin's been crashing this week. That's another reason you need to donate. And we're only $30 away from my first ever hour-long class being released to the whole community, because these are things that all go into my probability-based forecasting and how I can nail all these calls, because you got to incorporate everything, not just what the chart shows and the trading shows. It's all, you got to incorporate the outside noise, the inflation, the consumer price index, the job reports, earnings, all that kind of shit. What Jerome Powell say today? What Janet Yellen say? What President Biden say in America? Right? And the prime ministers and the foreign central banks, what are they doing? That all has a big correlation to the market, right? But B2 gold is the same thing as the spot price of gold. You're in a falling wedge, right? I have a lot of noise on here right now. Let me get rid of some of this for you. But B2 gold is the same thing. It's coming out of a falling wedge. But what I was saying, that's another reason you need to listen to Peter Schiff, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Mike Maloney, very smart guy, very insightful in education. I've learned a lot from Mike Maloney, right? Jim Rickards. I highly suggest my audience, if you want to start getting on the same level I'm on here and start seeing things from the way I see things, you really need to start following those people, and you really need to start reading their books and buying their books. I bought multiples of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, bought his book. Peter Schiff, I got a couple of his books. Jim Rickards, I've downloaded his audio books, and I've listened to hundreds and hundreds of lectures from Jim Rickards, Robert Kiyosaki, Mike Maloney, and Peter Schiff, amongst others, that educated me on Austrian economics and how that is the only real way to have freedom and free markets and personal and country sovereignty, and that debt-based Keynesian economics leads you to dictatorships and lost freedom and loss of country sovereignty. But you can see we had a big pump again, and then a sideways and down consolidation when the volume was coming down. Very, very bullish. And I believe, just like the spot price of gold, B2 gold has just broke out of since August of 2020 bull flag. And you say, well, what the fuck's a bull flag? I never hear you say that shit on fucking crypto. Well, a bull flag, the target move would be from the bottom of the pole to the top of the flag, and then you find the point of a breakout, and that's actually the breakout, B2 gold. And that's why I put emergency buy alerts out all down here. I gave you in-depth technical analysis down there on the double bottom, falling and sideways consolidation, crashing volume, and then a pump with pumping volume. I gave you all the reasons why I bought a ton of gold and silver mining stocks, because the spot price of gold was telling me B2 gold's patterns, confirming it too. And your target, I think, by the end of this year, by the end of 2021, or by the end of this year, by the end of 2021, late fall going in the early winter, I think you're going to be making a run at $9, $10 in B2 gold. That's why I have a significant holding in that. Kinross Gold. What the fuck happened to Kinross? I should be buying the shit out of this right now. Oh, fuck happened?
What you got behind your back?
What the hell? Wow, I need to buy more of this. I didn't even know this thing. They must have had bad earnings or something. When the fuck? No, that's not the right I was going to say, there's no way. That can't be it. If it is, if that's the gold one that I have, and it's down that much to $4, I'm fucking loading up on this motherfucker. Are you fucking kidding me? How is Kinross gold? Oh shit. Kinra. Roscon. Something's going on with that. I think I got the wrong thing up there. I'll have to dig into that later. But AAU, my biggest holding, because I think we're in a multi-month. I have a lot of noise on here, I know. We'll get rid of some of it right now. But along with the monetary and fiscal disaster like I was getting into, paying people not to work, commodity prices soaring, copper, soybeans, wheat, lumber, all at record highs. Kinross gold or AAU is in a down bear flag consolidation. See how it looks like a beak, a duck's beak, and you had a pump, and now a sideways and down consolidation, falling volume. See, look at pumping volume, pumping price, bullish. After the pump, crashing volume, sideways and down consolidation, very bullish. Often a sign the buyer or the sellers, the bears are being exhausted and the bulls are taking over the market, right? And I started bringing this up to you guys down here, and I said we were about to break out of this multi-month falling or bear flag, and we did. And now you see what we're doing. We broke out. My old man got nervous here. Then we came down, and now we're coming back up, and we're testing the overhead 50, and we're going to eventually come through that overhead 50, and I think we're going to break way up in AAU, and I think by the end of the summer, my target is all the way, way up there near $1, and I think we're moving up. I think we're going there with AAU by the end of the summer. I'm very bullish in the mining sector, the gold, silver, mining sectors, and bullion. I am very, very bullish. The exact opposite of what I am in crypto right now. And you can see remember I always talk about in crypto, you got, I didn't change it to the 200. I keep deleting my moving average when I got my eraser out, but we won't hold it against eraser. I think AAU is gonna trade up to the overhead 200-day moving average at like 65 to 70 cents in the next days to weeks, and then I think by the end of the summer we're gonna be up here. We're gonna make phenomenal gains on this. I've already done very well on this, and I'm gonna do even better once it's up here. Huge bullish news. Roscon Gold is another one that I speculate on because I think one day when they become junior miners, their price is going to be way up. Anything below $1 in this, I always buy. I bought some here, bought some here, bought some here, probably bought some down there. I'll probably buy some in here soon. I got to buy a couple hundred more. Usually buy a couple hundred every week or every other week until it gets to $1, and then I'm done, and then I'm going to wait till they become junior or maybe senior miners one day, 15, 20 years down the line, or 10 years, 5 years, whatever. And then Great Panther Mining. I have a significant holding in this, and I've went over extensively why I have a significant holding in this, and there's our price targets up there, way up there, right? Because just like B2 Gold, just like AAU, this thing is also in a multi-month bear flag, right? You see that? God, come on. Get some of this noise out. You see that multi-month bear flag or bull flag? See that? Move that out. Make that bigger. Make that so you can identify it bigger. Right. You see that multi-month bull flag? The same as the stock price of gold, the same as AAU, and the same as B2 Gold. Now you see the pumping price, pumping volume, bullish, right? Very bullish. Now, after that, sideways and down consolidation and crashing volume, very bullish. Often a sign the price is about to turn around. Now, you see from the double bottom low and the pump, what do we got here? Pumping volume, right? Way stronger than this prior pump. And now look at and this is a monthly time frame. And now look at this as we broke out of our smaller bear flag and started pumping. Look at this volume. It's confirming the breakout, and I think your next target in Great Panther Mining, you're coming up to where the wedge started, the bull flag started, and that's at the $2.20 mark. You're gonna have a major pump in this. AAU, B2 Gold, Great Panther Mining, all going to make phenomenal returns, and you're going to miss out if you don't take this seriously, and you're getting trapped and stuck and don't have the patience to just have an easy winning trade like Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. These are emergency buy alerts. I've been giving them to you. You need to start taking this series. Peace and love. Peace and love.